What's up guys, I'm spikevegeta and this is my next video in my Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze any percent tutorial video guide. This is 5-1 Harvest Hazards. This is when you first start learning the game, one of the most frustrating levels in the game, I would say, at least in any percent. However, after you grind it out enough, it's another one of the, I would say, it falls kind of more in like the middle of the pack. Now, you're going to be starting the level either with Cranky or with just solo DK. If you're using shop strats, there's really no reason why after World 4 boss Fugu that you shouldn't start with Cranky here. But I'll go ahead and try to go through the level twice, show you what the subtle difference is at the beginning. Again, it's just one jump that's different, whether you start with Cranky or not, and it's not slower either way. So don't stress about it too much if you end Fugu without Cranky. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. The basic idea of the strat through this level is I'm going to switch to Dixie on the first barrel by delaying myself getting up to it slightly. You'll see how that works. And then I'm going to switch to Cranky at the end. Here you kind of have to do a blind jump, which is annoying, but you're going to do a pogo, pogo, and which should land you on the left side of this guy. It sucks because you are sort of blind there because of you rolling before the loading bananas are off the screen. You just kind of have to do this opening enough until you realize how to do it. But yeah, I'm going to, again, pogo off the helm penguin, pogo off the owl, landing me on the left side of this tipping cart. I'm going to roll off of that. Now, coming up to the next section, I'm going to do a pogo. It doesn't really matter what length or how strong the pogo is. You just want to pogo off this slug enemy you see coming up here. And then I'm going to intentionally take a hit from one of the claws. So let's get up to there. Pogo off this guy and jump into the claw. I just naturally take that hit because it's going to give me a natural delay to where now when I get up to the Dixie barrel, I'm actually going to be able to slam it immediately into the ground and move forward. After I slam it into the ground, I'm going to jump and bounce off the middle to the right part of this like bouncy, the second bouncy fruit you see, which will bounce me over the penguin and then roll in front of that. To know there's a slightly faster strat you can use where you don't bounce off of the fruit, you jump and you do a little Dixie hover to the front of the platform in front of the penguin. I'm really bad at Dixie hovers, so I don't use it, and it saves something like maybe half a second, not even half a second, maybe like a third of a second later on when you switch to Cranky. But anyways, let's show you that next section. So, I'm gonna roll here, bounce off this, roll through here, jump, roll off. You want to jump to aim your landing, essentially where you see that little slug on the ceiling. You want to aim yourself to land on the cart that's like right below him, where you'll do another roll jump. Now I'm going to roll jump through this enemy. Jump, I'm going to do a full bounce off of this bouncy fruit platform, landing me on the top, this like mini little platform above. I'm then going to roll through that, roll through the owl, and as soon as I see myself rolling through the owl, I jump into the barrel. So, boom, bounce off that, bounce through the owl, and go. Okay, so we're doing pretty good so far. We're going to roll through this slug enemy. Now, this is the main part where switching to Dixie actually saves time. I don't have to wait on this card at all. I can just roll through it immediately and flutter up to it. Now, once I flutter up to the next platform, I'm going to switch to Cranky. You got to just keep moving. You got to be pretty fast to grab Cranky, although it's not like you don't have to overly stress about it, but you do got to move fast. As soon as I get up to Cranky, I'm going to use the technique where I'm actually going to roll jump, grabbing the Cranky barrel as I go up and throw that. And I want to do like a medium type jump with that so that I land on the edge of that same platform. So let's go ahead and do this correctly. Oh, balls. I didn't delay myself enough here, so how do I want to do this? I'm going to go ahead and exit the level. Let's just go ahead and show you guys the first half of the level again, so you can kind of review that, and then I will try to do this next part correctly. Again, you'll see myself a lot of times in these tutorial guides. I'm pretty bad about, like, pausing and then immediately picking it back up. So starting here with Dixie, it's not a big deal. I can probably do the solo DK strat here in a way. if you're starting the level with solo DK, you just want to do a fully extended roll to just completely leapfrog the Helmed Penguin, since obviously Cranky's the only one who can deal with the Helmed Penguin otherwise. Yeah, so you can see I just landed. If you want to do the same strat with Cranky, you can. I just find it's a little easier setup to do the pogo with Cranky if you start with him. But yeah, you can learn it either way. So again, we're gonna roll through here, bop off this guy, take a hit there so that it delays this enough to where I'm gonna get there right at the Dixie barrel cycle. Roll through here, land on the platform right below the slug on the top, roll through here. You also have to be fast through this entire section. If you delay at all, you're gonna have to wait for the Cranky barrel. Okay, so right there, there was one point where I did a slight delay where I was trying to show you guys. It's fine. Let's just go back and set this up properly. So you can see, yeah, I'm coming up from the roll. I'm throwing the Cranky barrel. I'm going to land like, it was kind of a medium-sized jump. So I'm going to land on the edge of this grass platform. And then it's going to also screw up the cycle of this little dick poker. I'll show the whole level after this to show what it's properly supposed to look like. But you then should do a little neutral bop off of the dick poker after you roll jump up from this. A roll jump off the next little cart, and then a roll jump off the next cart up to the little grass ceiling platform. So again, he wasn't there, but roll, we're up to here. Okay. Right before you see this penguin in the bottom right corner, right before you see him reach the leftmost side of this platform, right now I'm holding right and I'm holding grab. I'll let go of the grab button, pogo off of him, pogo off the next slug onto this little tiny platform. Let's see if I get it. Pogo, pogo, land. I'm delaying to let this spiked ball platform kind of get where it needs to be. As soon as I see myself like at the top, so there's the little tipping platform here that I'm on. As soon as the right side is close to the top, that's when I'm going to roll jump off and pogo off the spiked balls to land on what you want to be the far right side of this tipping platform. So let's see if I get it. And land on the right side. Okay. So by landing on the right side, it should set this up to where I've already started the cycle coming up of these little platforms of the track that lift up and go down, lift up and go down. It should set it up to where I shouldn't fall. So let's see what happens. So, okay, coming up here. So yeah, you can see them now. Okay, so here's also my visual cue for when to jump off this thing, to roll jump. You'll see like there's like 4 or 5, I don't know what it is, like little pieces of the track that pull up. As soon as the wheel of the little tipping platform that I'm on right now, as soon as it's in the middle of this first part of the track that lifts up, that's when I'm going to roll jump up. That should give me enough distance to get up to the platform. So, go. Okay, blast through this whole section. You just kind of got to trust it. You're not going to hit anything. Alright, here I'm going to do a little pogo. So right here, this is another case where I actually want to take damage here to set up all the cycles after this. If you don't take any damage here, if you don't delay in some way, you're probably going to go through this section too fast and end up falling in a pit. So a lot of times I'll just, if I'm going a little too fast, I'll just like deaden myself in the middle there to let that middle claw hit me. And with the iframes here, you'll also be able to roll through this like gigantic claw that you're going through. From here, just watch what I do. It's all pretty self-explanatory. Roll through here, roll through here, roll through here. Okay, now you see right above me, there's the claw that's directly above me that's about to come down. As soon as I get past it, I'm going to do a full jump out of that so that it actually gives you like a few frames delay so that you don't run into the second claw that's about to come down as well. They both come down at the same time. Obviously, if the claw comes down, it's going to hit you. You're going to lose Cranky on your current health right now, and that's going to cost you a couple seconds in 5-3 in addition to a couple of frames at the end of 5-2 and a little bit of time here at the end of 5-1. So, yeah, again. So as soon as I passed that first claw, that's when I did a full jump here. Now for this last section, it's all set up perfectly if you do it the same way every time. I'm going to roll down here, count the number of carts that you're going to start rolling through. I'm going to roll through four. You're naturally going to roll over the gaps, so don't stress about that first off. Once I roll past my 4th cart, I'm going to do a big jump. I'm going to max pogo off the penguin, max pogo off the penguin that's really high up, and then do a neutral bounce, as in I'm not going to press anything, I'm just holding right throughout the whole thing. And it will naturally put me into the barrel, mash A through both barrels, that should put you on the finish barrel without having to wait at all. So let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, max pogo, neutral bounce, blast, blast, done. I sort of missaid earlier, it's not a max the 2 max pogos and the neutral bounce. The first max pogo, it's not off an enemy, it's just off of the middle of that platform. And then a max pogo off the top of the penguin, and then all I'm doing from there is just holding right. It'll give me a neutral bounce off of that last, the little Archie, the little, the sharpshooter, the fish shooter, putting me in the barrel, and then I just mash A out of both barrels. That should give me the ending barrel. So now let's go through the level one more time and see if I can actually... I know I screwed up a few things there, especially in the middle section. It's kind of hard to slow down a lot of these sections. Alright, so let's go from the beginning. Again, I'm going to give it to you right now as if you're starting with Cranky, and then I'll do it one more time as if you're starting with Solo DK and show that there's no time difference. You should be able to get to Dixie in the same amount of time. But here, because we have Cranky, let's go ahead and pogo off this guy, pogo off this guy, roll, roll, pogo off of this guy, jump into the claw, and I screwed it up again, dude. Okay, so to kind of show how the level's a little bit different. Screwed up a lot of things now. Oh well. If you don't... Okay, so this is actually good to show. Let's say you don't have Dixie. Let's say you missed her, or you just don't want to use the strat in general. Okay, so you might notice, like... I'm trying to think of a good visual cue here. There's, like, kind of a part of this log platform right here in the background that you can see, where there's, like, a black line going up and down. Right before the front of DK's nose reaches that, that's when you can safely roll jump off and get up to this platform. So now... Okay, so because I didn't start the Dick Poker cycle, that actually showed what I wanted to show anyways. But I was able to jump, roll jump up, throw the Cranky barrel, roll off the end of that, and then get a neutral bounce off of the Dick Poker onto this. A lot of times, don't feel afraid to like pull back slightly to make sure you don't overshoot this cart, because that happens a fair amount of times, and you're not really wasting too much time doing it. Oh, let's do that. Let's go ahead and die. I'll go ahead and show you. Once again, this little section. Okay, so bam, 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 right before you reach that. Again, so I did a couple of little adjustments, just deadening myself in the middle. So we're going to wait till we see this guy coming up. Go, pogo, pogo, land, wait for a second, go, pogo, land on the right side. Okay, now a little backup strat you can use right here, or just a strat. If you, like, land... I'm not even 100% sure how it works, but if you mess up landing on that cart properly and you don't trust it, then you can do a very small hop here just to make sure that that you're not going to go too fast and fall, and this cart's going to fall off before this thing comes up. That shouldn't change any cycles here. You're still going to get through. Just blast through. You won't hit anything. Again, do a little pogo here. Let yourself get hit there. Roll through. Roll, roll. Bam. Roll. Past the first guy. Another visual cue you can use there is as soon as you see that little... See DK touch that first banana. Oh, okay. Oh, so that actually still worked. That's interesting. I did a little pogo on accident off that last penguin. But sorry, so a little visual cue. Again, I'm going to go through level one more time. A little visual cue you can use as an alternative as opposed to looking up at the claw. Probably a better visual cue, honestly. Is once you touch the first... There are two bananas in between the two claws where they come down. As soon as you touch the first banana, that's when you should jump. And right here, again, let's pretend that I don't have Cranky, so I can do solo DK strats. Just fully extended roll a leapfrog over this guy. Might have put on too much of a delay there. Let's see what happens. Bounce over this, go here. This will probably be pretty tight. Okay. So we've got Dixie. Again, back there, don't feel afraid if you ever have to slow down just a little bit to make sure you don't fly off the carts. Left side, right side, go. Okay, so I screwed that up. It's probably what that's going to cause. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and show you here. If I accidentally take a hit, how I do the last section differently. So again, I'm going to trust it here. If you land on the right side and this thing starts moving, there's no reason to hop. But if you ever just want to be safe, like, it doesn't waste much time, do the little hop right there. Right there. As soon as I get to the halfway point, that's when I jump. Ah, balls. Okay. I put on a little delay right there. I guess I should show what I do like solo DK. No. So this is actually, I'm okay with showing this tutorial video because solo DK here is awful. This is one of the worst parts of the game, solo DK. So, okay. So you see how you kind of have to delay there so that if I rolled through there instantly through those penguins, because of how the carts were, I would have not landed on anything and I would have just died. So let's go ahead and again, really most of this, I'm not going to break this down, you just kind of have to figure it out yourself. Okay. So let's go ahead and start the level over one more time and try to show it starting with solo DK. There's probably a fair amount of trash in this video, but kind of shows how frustrating the level can be. It should be, once you've worked it out enough, not a hard level. Again, if you're doing shopless strats here, then you're probably going to be starting this level with solo DK. Over half the time you will be. Especially if you're just not very good at fighting Fugu. So again, fully extended roll over that guy. Boom, roll, roll, roll jump. Bounce off that guy, get hit there, roll jump. From here, the rest of the level should be the same. And again, like you could tell, I didn't lose any time from starting the solo DK. It just changes everything up a little bit. Roll off, flutter. Caught like the very end of the cranky barrel there. I was a little slow in the beginning. Okay. Let's not get hit this time and look like an idiot. Alright. So again, I'm trusting this. Halfway through, go. Blast through. Mini pogo, get hit, roll through. That puts just enough delay on to where you'll hit this cart. Roll through. First banana strats. Oh, and that was bad on my part. Whatever. And you guys can kind of piece it together from the guide I've shown at this point. And if you go through that last section incorrectly, just blast to the second barrel, and as soon as you see the barrel coming up, that's when you can shoot. So, it was overall a little messy. I think you guys got the basic idea. I guess I could show 5-1 one more time. I wasn't supposed to do a roll there at the end. But yeah, from all the times I played through this, you can probably piece it together. Yeah, one more start with solo DK. If this video doesn't look that great, I might just try to reissue the whole thing. Kind of shorten the whole video quite a bit. Yeah. Fully extended roll, bounce off this guy. Neutral bounce, roll, roll. And go. Land on the right side, so I know I'm safe here. Go. Get hit there, roll through, roll, go. First banana go. Roll 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, full pogo, neutral bounce, blast, blast, done. Okay, so that was a perfect run through the level. Alright. So I hope from all of that you guys can kind of piece together what you need to do. I tried to break down a lot of it in the beginning, and then I gave you a quote-unquote perfect run through at the end. So, thanks everyone for watching. Good luck aspiring tropical freeze runners, and we'll be back with more of these in the future. Bye-bye.